Alright, so what's going on YouTube people? It's your boy MuscleManMarcus, and today, well tonight actually, I think it's like 3:44. Don't ask me why I'm up, because I am. But anyways, so recently I decided that I was not going to do nationals, and the reason why I wasn't going to do nationals is because I messed up my knee, and it's like a patella ligament strain. And at the time this happened, I think it's been like a week and a half, I went to Cali, sat on a plane. I was just really tight, hips tight, quads tight, everything was tight. I was riding on a plane for several hours, and then right when I got off the plane, we went to go train, and you know, I didn't do my normal warm-up, and I didn't have much water in me, stuff like that. And I squatted, and like I didn't really feel it. You know how you're in the moment, you normally got that adrenaline running, and you don't normally feel whatever injury that you may have at the moment right then and there. So after the training session was over, I had like this radiated, heated type feeling in my knee, and I was just like, yo, like just simple balancing on one leg kind of just, I felt all that stress on my knee. It's like none of my muscles took up the slack for it. It just felt straight bone. And so like I got really nervous, and anybody that has had an injury before knows that feeling, especially had several injuries, because like for me, for example, I've hurt my back 2 or 3 times from deadlifting. I've hyperextended my, hold up, that's a spider, my guy. Oh, that's a, whoa, hold up. You gotta do it in the ollies. All right, anyways, I've hyperextended my knee. I've strained my hamstring, and it got to the point where it was like level 2 grade. So I was out for like maybe 6+ weeks, and it got to the point where my hamstring I would lay down, and there was so much tension in my hamstring, it would start rising on its own. And so I've had my fair share of injuries, and it's not fun. It's not a good place to put you in mentally, because just the rehabbing experience and just trying to mentally get back in the groove of things, because like you might be 75% able to do a movement, and because your mind's not there, it becomes like 45%. You get super nervous, you get super shaky, and you start compensating with things that you don't normally do, because you're afraid to fully trust whatever muscle or bone it is that's making you go through the movement. Like today I was squatting, I tried to squat, and it didn't feel too bad, but I could tell my form was a tad bit off. I was really forcing my hips back to sit in the squat versus sitting my hips back and then letting my knees travel forward like I would normally do, and like anybody else should do in a squat. And so, excuse me, it wasn't natural. It was super weird. It felt super awkward, and honestly I was just super duper scared. And like I said, I've been hurt before, and I know what it feels like to sit out. Oh, I had turf toe too, my left foot, and I did something to my right knee too, but I don't remember what exactly. But you know, you start compensating with stuff that don't even, like, you start, it's just cringy, it's just scary, it's not a good feeling at all. And I don't want people to get this idea like, oh, Marcus is scared, or he don't want no smoke, or nothing like that, because that's not me. I've been plotting on this Raw Nationals, because if you don't know, I came in 4th last year in juniors, and I don't think I signed up for the Open, but even if I did, I'm not sure I would have even placed. But you know, I don't want that to be an issue. I was willing to go out there, and I'm willing to go out there and compete against everybody else, and I'm willing to drop the bread, because it's going to be an expensive trip. It's all the way on the other side, and if I want to get there early so my body can get accustomed to, you know, being on the plane for that long and just getting used to the time zone so my body can function how it's supposed to, I'm willing to do all that. It's just this knee thing really set. I didn't train for like a week and a half, and like a week and a half of training is not really a lot, but to me at the time it just freaked me out, man. Like, nobody wants an injury, I don't wish an injury on none of my competitors, on anybody, or even the people that I don't like, period, because it's just hard to get back to, it's hard to rehab, it's hard to mentally get back to a place where you can move comfortably and you can train and stuff like that. But moving forward, the question is, will I be doing nationals? And before it was like, all right, I'm not gonna do nationals, this hurts, blah, blah, blah. But now I'm more so in the mindset where it's like, let me see how it feels moving forward, and even if I can't put out a big squat, maybe focusing and centering the training around more bench press and deadlift, that'll help me pick up the slack for what I lacked in squat. Ideally, like, to win, I'd probably have to be squatting 630 plus to help build my total. And I'm assuming that everybody gunning for that top spot is squatting, you know, Russell squatting 630, Sean squatting 630, deadlift pin just has an ignorant deadlift, so at this point it honestly doesn't matter. Dex squats 630 plus, and the list goes on. And I don't want to go to nationals and not put a complete performance, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be a lot harder to just depend on my bench and deadlift, or center my training around one lift versus having a complete package. But I think until we see how my knee feels and things like that, I think it's a really good idea to just focus it around bench and deadlift. And I was concerned about not being able to place top 5 or a podium, because the goal is to win. But even if I don't win, if I could get better than 4th, which is what I got last year, I'd be super happy with that. And then something else that brought to my attention was that I'd be able to, I want to be able to compete at the Arnold in 2019. And so even if my knee doesn't, you know, come together in time, at least I can put together a decent total and have a high enough Wilks to compete at the SBD or maybe even SSP. And with that logic, it's just like just getting a larger total, because I think the qualifying total for SBD, that one's an invite. The A7, you have to sign up before everyone else does, because like I think it was me and Dawson, we were talking about it, and we just signed up like immediately, and like we had autofill and everything like that. The meet sold out quick. But yeah, to be invited to the SBD Pro American or the SSP nutrition meet, that would be super dope. And I think if the thing is just thinking long term, like I don't want to go and bro my load on trying to squat 630 plus and my knee isn't all the way there. I'd just be forcing something that's not there. So I mean, it might be one of those things where, I don't know, I don't want to call it too soon, and that's the whole point of this video. Like, I called it too soon, and you know, just me having prior injuries and knowing how that feels and knowing how I feel mentally in that state, it's hard to come out of. So I'm going to play it by ear for these next couple of days. I think the deadline to sign up for nationals is August 27th, and with that, I'm just gonna see how it goes. It's feeling a little bit better, but like I said, when I have that forward knee travel, it hurts a lot. And so we're just gonna see how things go. So I hope that answers whoever questions about what's going on. And I don't mean to like put out like a front or like scare anybody or anything like that. And you know, because I know I had a lot of people that had my back going into this meet. I know my competitors want to have me compete. Want to compete against me and compete at my best. You know, nobody wants to go against somebody and they're like kind of there. It's like it doesn't give the full thrill and that full essence of competition. And so that's what's up with that. I'm sorry if I got anybody's brain all fried and stuff like that, but that's how it is moving forward. So hopefully everything works, and even if it doesn't work completely, I think the goal is still to be able to compete at the Arnold. But if anybody else is battling injuries or have something that's really bothering, first go check it out. Go see a PT, a a chiropractor, or anybody else, some type of physician that's sports related. Because you can go just to a regular general chiropractor or a regular doctor. They're gonna hand you some ibuprofen and some ice and tell you to stop. And go to somebody that's sports oriented and can help you in the right direction with your injuries and rehab, and maybe you might have to relearn a movement or something like that. Whatever the case may be, figure it out, find somebody to help you, and keep it pushing. So that's it for today. And yeah, like I said, I hope that answers y'all questions. Follow me on IG if you don't already. If you haven't already, give me a like, subscribe, check out my other videos, and be on the lookout for more content and stuff like that, because I'm trying to spit these Johns out. I'm trying to have y'all get bored and be like, oh, Marcus, you only put out a video every 3.5 months. You fugazi, you lame. I don't want none of that. So, MuscleManMarcus.